Who knows? Gonna push up this ramp at least and kill this Marine. But since the Terran player did have that watchtower, he does indeed know what's coming. The Terran player does have the proper unit combination to deal with the Hydralisk and Roaches coming. The Banshees would deal with the Roaches fairly well, and the Marines would deal with the Hydralisk very well. And siege tanks, of course, are always good. So it looks like we do have a drop coming in. Lots of Marines, a couple of them are Hellions rather. Going to be able to do a lot of damage to the Zerg army as he's caught way out of position. Looks like Queen goes down, trying to snipe the Hydralisk in. If he gets the Hydralisk in, that will be huge. And he does indeed. The Zerg army does come in, but it is just too late as no units were lost for Naama in that exchange. And the LaLuSh player, the Zerg player LaLuSh rather, lost a Hydralisk in as well as a Queen. Banshee's coming in for Naama. Probably going to snipe out this hatchery fairly quick as the Hydralisk are just out of position. Maybe. Oh, nice fungal growth coming in for LaLuSh. Good infestor replacement. If he can get another one off, perhaps these Banshees will die. Oh, there's another drop coming in over here. Looks like an extractor was sniped. More units being sniped. Nice double prong attack here. Maybe a couple of SC or drone kills. I do apologize for that. So yeah, nice double prong attack coming in from the Terran player Naama, as these two drop ships were able to unload and snipe off a couple buildings, maybe even a couple drones. We do have cloak on the way for Naama. These very high energy, very low hit point Banshees will benefit from this greatly, as I do not believe there is an Overlord in play, although there could be one warped in fairly quickly. Yeah, one Overseer, I apologize, Overseer, not Overlord. There are plenty of Overlords, so one Overseer, Hydralisk in, does complete. When Cloak finishes, which I believe, yes, it is done, this could be very, very detrimental to the Zerg economy, as these Banshees can just kill tons and tons and tons of drones, as there is not even an Overseer in the area. So going to focus down the Queen first, then probably going to start taking some shots at these drones. Overseer, I'm sure, flying in from somewhere, as there must have been one here that I totally missed. But he was able to split one Banshee apart, and where did the heck did it go? Did they all die? Look, there's one Banshee left. Oh, it's over here doing work. 8 kills on that Banshee. It's a corporal. Sensor tower going up for the Terran player. Yeah, usually you do not see these in games this much, especially this high level. But not being a Terran player, I really don't know how crucial they are. But I could only imagine they could only help, and they are really not that expensive, considering the amount of scouting information you get from that. But there was a hatchery being planted here at the gold. It does go down. All these Marines and Marauders do stem up. These siege tanks do siege up in the background. Lots of Roaches coming through, and Hydrals sniping off all these units, able to get these low hit point stem Marine and Marauders mopped up pretty easily, though the Zerg player LaLuSh does decide to pull back, as there are just way too many Marines and Marauders, possibly forcing them to stem again. Well, this hatchery almost done, and it does complete, but it does look like it's going to go down. But there's another battle going on right behind them. Nice fungal growth going down. These Roaches are just able to mop up these low hit point stem Marines and Marauders so fast, so fast. Looks like a point difference drone did go down. It does not look like it's affecting these Hydralisks though, as they are able to mop up the last few units of the Terran player. So very nicely played by LaLuSh, the Zerg player. He did lose his hatchery that he was trying to put at this gold, and was denied this hatchery here yet again. But it does look like there was indeed another attack going down back here. Hydralisk popping out, looks like just in time to get rid of some of the units, as well as the medevac carrying the rest of them. Looking at the army tab, it does look like it's fairly even. The Zerg player actually pulled ahead somehow, so that's really good for the Zerg player. We haven't seen this. We've always seen the Terran player macroing ahead, making a better army, having more units on the field. But now it looks like they are even. If we do look at the harvester count, though, yeah, LaLuSh, the Zerg player, does not like to drone heavily at all, or maybe he just lost a lot of drones in this battle up here. I do apologize for missing that, but either way, the Terran's droning so hard off 3 bases, does have the planetary fortress here, and of course the mule advantage that a Terran player has, able to just call down those mules at any given time, that they do have enough energy. So looks like Stem Marines and Marauders coming in to snipe this hatchery again. It was cancelled, and this hatchery over here is about halfway complete for LaLuSh. Not sure if the Terran player is going to go over there and try to mess with that or not. Last time it spelled disaster for the Terran player as the fungal growth, roaches and hydras just softened up the Marine and Marauder army, mainly Marine, and was able to finish up that Terran army. Small number of roaches and hydras coming over here, maybe setting up some sort of flank, as there are a ton of medevacs coming in, totally opposition. These infestors do need to get in front, which they are. Looks like we might have a battle coming down here. If it is, this will be a huge battle. Maybe it'll be even define the game, because like I said, there's just a ton of units. Looks like siege tanks being loaded up in this medevac. Maybe gonna come down here so they can blast away at this expansion. Not sure why they picked them up, but yeah, it looks like this expansion is going down. The Zerg player way across the map, looking for expansions of its own to snipe, but it looks like the Terran player said, you know what, I'm going balls to the walls, I'm going all in, I'm going to kill this guy's hatchery. He's not going to produce any more units. So a base race or something similar, as these last few units over here are trying to get rid of some of these Terran units, and structures rather. So a huge ball of Zerg units here. If we do pull up the production tab, is he waiting on something? Yes, again, he is waiting on Ultralisk. So we've seen this in the last couple of games where the Zerg player LaLuSh just waits for his Ultralisk to finish, which hasn't been working out for him as well as he'd hoped, but he might be able to get a good surround here. Yeah, lots of fungal growth going down. These Marines, they're all stemmed. All these are going to explode any second now, and these roaches should be able to just finish up. Oh no, no more roaches, so just Hydralisk. Not a very good counter against these Marauders. Looks like every Marine pretty much did die, as there's just a handful left here. They're all low hit point, but we do have more roaches and Hydras joining this fight. Hydra's going to be able to attack these units right here, maybe even get rid of them all, but these siege tank in the back, 2 of them actually, are just blasting away at these very light units. 3 hits for a Hydralisk actually. So it looks like 2 stem Marauders coming up there to see what's going on. And the Ultralisk did indeed spawn, but this is not a good position for the Zerg player, as this choke right here is just going to kill him. Needs to back up, get a good surround, but it doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen. These stem Marines and Marauders again are just ripping through the Zerg army, and the Zerg really has no answer for it. It's been denied expos all game long here, as well as here. No expo here, mined out at the main, and just a handful of minerals left here. But there are more Ultralisk indeed on the way, but the Terran player just pulling way ahead in macro. As well, looks like we have some kind of rage out of LaLuSh. Not very happy with this build of the Terran player, as it has defeated LaLuSh, spoiler alert, in 3 games now. So I think this is a best of 7, so there still is at least 1 more game left. We'll have to see how that one goes, as LaLuSh will be picking the map, and see you guys there.